So, mein Lieber, nachdem ich gestern am Eis etwa heimgekommen bin, bin ich jetzt am 4:05 aufgewacht. So, ihr wisst jetzt ein bisschen Bible Study machen. Ich habe leider meine Trinkflasche vergessen, wo mein Handy alter war. Jetzt, ich muss jetzt ein bisschen improvisen. Und ich hoffe, es hilft. Servus. Ja, jetzt kann ich fein. Ich bin wieder in dem Sessel. Ich weiß nicht, ob es besser geht. Yes. Gut. Also, das kommt da hier. Das kommt da hier. Heute ist der erste von 2 Skitagen in Andorra, wo wir mit der UPF können Skifahren. Ich freue mich mega. Auch wieder ein bisschen müde. Aber das ist scheißegal, weil ich bin in Andorra am Skifahren. So, jetzt sind wir bei Exodus 28, 31. Additional clothing for the priests, making the robe that is worn with the ephod from a single piece of blue cloth, with an opening for Aaron's head in the middle of it. Reinforce the opening with a woven collar, so it will not tear. Make pomegranates out of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and attach them to the hem of the robe with gold bells between them. The gold bells and pomegranates are to alternate around the hem. Aaron will wear this robe whenever he ministers before the Lord, and the bells will tinkle as he goes in and out of the Lord's presence in the holy place. If he wears it, he will not die. Next, make a medallion of pure gold and engrave it like a seal with these words, Holy to the Lord. Attach the medallions with a blue cord to the front of Aaron's turban, where it must remain. Aaron must wear it on his forehead, so he may take on himself any guilt of the people of Israel when they are consecrated in their sacred offerings. He must always wear it on his forehead, so the Lord will accept the people. Wave Aaron's patterned tunic from fine linen cloth. Fashion the turban from this linen as well. Also make a sash and decorate it with colorful embroidery. For Aaron's sons make tunic sashes and special head coverings that are glorious and beautiful. Clothe your brother Aaron and his sons with these garments, and then anoint and ordain them. Consecrate them so they can serve as my priests. Also make linen undergarments for them to be worn next to their bodies, reaching from their hips to their thighs. These must be worn whenever Aaron and his sons enter the tabernacle or approach the altar in the holy place to perform their priestly duties. Then they will not incur guilt and die. This is a permanent law for Aaron and all his descendants after him. Exodus 29. Dedication of the priests. This is the ceremony you must follow when you consecrate Aaron and his sons to serving as priests. Take a young bull with 2 rams with no defects. Then, using choice wheat flour and no yeast, make loaves of bread, thin cakes mixed with olive oil, and wafers spread with oil. Place them all in a single basket and present them at the entrance of the tabernacle, along with the young bull and the 2 rams. Present Aaron and his sons at the entrance of the tabernacle, and wash them with water. Dress Aaron with his priestly garments, the tunic, the robe worn with the ephod, and the ephod itself, and the chest piece. Then wrap the decorative sash of the ephod around him. place the turban on his head and fasten the sacred medallion to the turban. Then anoint him by pouring the anointing oil over his head. Next present his sons and dress them in their tunics. Wrap up sashes around the waists of Aaron and his sons, and put their special head coverings on them. Then the right to the priesthood will be theirs by law forever. In this way you will ordain Aaron and his sons. Bring the young bull to the entrance of the tabernacle, where Aaron and his sons will lay their hands on its head. Then slaughter the bull in the Lord's presence at the entrance of the tabernacle. Put some of its blood on the horns of the altar with your finger, and pour out the rest at the base of the altar. Take all the fat around the internal organs, the long lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat around them, and burn it all on the altar. Then take the rest of the bull, including its hide meat and dung, and burn it outside the camp as a sin offering. Next, Aaron and his sons must lay their hands on the head of one of the rams. Then slaughter the ram and splatter its blood against all sides of the altar. Cut the ram into pieces and wash off the internal organs and the legs. Set them aside the head and the other pieces of the body. Then burn the entire animal on the altar. This is a burnt offering to the Lord. It is a pleasing aroma, a special gift presented to the Lord. Now take the other ram and have Aaron and his sons lay their hands on its head. Then slaughter it and apply some of its blood to the right earlobes of Aaron and his sons. Also put it on the thumbs of their right hands and the big toes of their right feet. Splatter the rest of the blood against all sides of the altar. Then take some of the blood from the altar and some of the anointing oil and sprinkle it on Aaron and his sons, on their garments. In this way, they and their garments will be set apart as holy. Since this is the ram for the ordination of Aaron and his sons, take the fat of the ram, including the fat of the broad tail, the fat around the internal organs, the long robe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys and the fat around them, along with the right thigh. Then take 1 round loaf of bread, 1 thin cake mixed with olive oil, and 1 water from the basket of bread without yeast that was placed in the Lord's presence. Put all these in the hands of Aaron and his sons to be lifted up as a special offering to the Lord. Afterward, take the various breads from their hands and burn them on the altar along with the burnt offerings. It is a pleasing aroma to the Lord, a special gift for him. Then take the breast of Aaron's ordination ram and lift it up in the Lord's presence as a special offering to him. Then keep it as your own portion. Set aside the portion of the ordination ram that belongs to Aaron and his sons. This includes the breast and the thigh that were lifted up before the Lord as a special offering. In the future, whenever the people of Israel lift up a peace offering, a portion of it must be set aside for Aaron and his descendants. This is their permanent right, and it's a sacred offering from the Israelites to the Lord. Aaron's sacred garments must be preserved. For his descendants who succeed him, they will wear them, and they are anointed and ordained. The descendants who succeed him as high priest will wear these clothes for 7 days as he ministers in the tabernacle and the holy place. Take the ram used in the ordination ceremony and boil its meat in a sacred place. Then Aaron and his sons will eat this meat, along with the bread in the basket at the tabernacle entrance. They alone may eat the meat and bread used for their purification in the ordination ceremony. No one else may eat them, for these things are set apart and holy. If any of the ordination meat or bread remains until the morning, it must be burnt. It may not be eaten, for it is holy. This is how you will ordain Aaron and his sons to their offices, just as I have commanded you. The ordination ceremony will go on for 7 days. Each day you must sacrifice a young bull as a sin offering to purify them, making them right with the Lord. Afterward, cleanse the altar by purifying it. Make it holy by anointing it with oil. Purify the altar and consecrate it every day for 7 days. After that, the altar will be absolutely holy, and whatever touches it will become holy. These are the sacrifices you are to offer regularly on the altar. Each day offer 2 lambs that are a year old, one in the morning, one other in the evening. With one of them, offer 2 quarts of your choice, flour mixed with 1 part of pure oil, pressed olives. Also offer 1 quart of wine as a liquid offering. Offer 1 other lamb in the evening, along with the same offerings of flour and wine as in the morning. It will be a pleasant aroma and a special gift presented to the Lord. These burnt offerings are to be made each day from generation to generation. Offer them in the Lord's presence at the tabernacle entrance. There I will meet with you and speak with you. I will meet the people of Israel there, in the place made holy by my glorious presence. Yes, I will consecrate the tabernacle and the altar. And I will consecrate Aaron and his sons to serve me as priests. Then I will live among the people of Israel, to be their God, and they will know that I am the Lord their God. I am the one who brought them out of the land of Egypt, so that I could live among them. I am the Lord their God. Dun, dun, dun. Exodus 30. Plans for the incense altar. Then make another altar of acacia wood for burning incense. Make it 18 inches square and 36 inches high, with horns at the corners carved from the same piece of wood as the altar itself. Overlay the top, sides, and horns of the altar with pure gold. And run a gold molding around the entire altar. Make 2 gold rings and attach them on the opposite sides of the altar, below the gold molding to hold the carrying poles. Make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Place the incense altar just outside the inner curtain that shields the Ark of the Covenant. In front of the Ark's cover, the place of atonement that covers the tablets inscribed with the terms of the covenant I'll meet with you there. Every morning, when Aaron maintains the lamps, he must burn fragrant incense on the altar. And each evening, when he lights the lamps, he must again burn incense in the Lord's presence. This must be done from generation to generation. Do not offer any unholy incense on this altar, or any burnt offerings, grain offerings, or liquid offerings. Once a year, Aaron must purify the altar by smearing its horns with blood from the offering made to purify the people from their sin. This will be a regular annual event from generation to generation, for this is the Lord's most holy altar. Exodus 30:13, money for the tabernacle. Then the Lord said to Moses, wherever you take a census of the people of Israel, each man who is counted must pay a ransom for himself to the Lord. Then no plague will strike the people as you count them. What the fuck? Each person who is counted must give a small piece of silver as a sacred offering to the Lord. In brackets, this payment is half a shekel, based on the sanctuary shekel, which equals 20 gerahs. Close brackets. All who have reached their 20th birthday must give this sacred offering to the Lord. Then this offering is given to the Lord to purify your lives, making you right with Him. The rich must not give more than the specified amount, and the poor must not give less. Receive this ransom money from the Israelites and use it for the care of the tabernacle. It will bring the Israelites to the Lord's attention, and it will purify your lives. Plan for the wash basin. Then the Lord said to Moses, make a bronze wash basin with a bronze stand. Place it between the tabernacle and the altar, and fill it with water. Aaron and his sons will wash their hands and feet there. They must wash it with water whenever they go into the tabernacle to appear before the Lord, and when they approach the altar to burn up their special gifts to the Lord, or they will die. They must always wash their hands and feet, or they will die. And this is a permanent law for Aaron and his descendants, who observed from generation to generation. The anointing oil. Then the Lord said to Moses, collect choice spices, 12.5 pounds of pure myrrh, 6.25 pounds of fragrant cinnamon, 6.25 pounds of fragrant calamus, 30:22. Which is 5.7 kilograms of myrrh, 2.4 kilograms of fragrant cinnamon, and 2.9 kilograms of fragrant calamus. And 12.5 pounds of cassia is measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. Also get 1 gallon of olive oil, like the skilled incense maker. Blend these ingredients to make a holy anointing oil. Use this sacred oil to anoint the tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant, the table and all its utensils, the lampstand and all its accessories, the incense altar, the altar of burnt offerings and all its utensils, of the wash basin with its stand, consecrate them to make them absolutely holy. After this, whatever touches them will also become holy. Anoint Aaron and his sons also, consecrating them to serve as priests. And say to the people of Israel, this is holy anointing oil. It is reserved for me from generation to generation. It must never be used to anoint anyone else. And you must never make any blend like it for yourselves. It is holy, and you must treat it as holy. Anyone who makes a blend like it or anoints someone other than a priest will be cut off from the community. The incense. Then the Lord said to Moses, gather fragrant spices, resin droplets, and mollusk shell, and galbanum, and mix these fragrant spices with pure frankincense, weighted out in equal amounts, using the usual techniques of the incense maker. Blend the spices together and sprinkle them with salt to produce a pure and holy incense. Grind some of the mixture into very fine powder and put it in front of the Ark of the Covenant, where I will meet with you in the tabernacle. You must treat this incense as most holy. Never use this formula to make the incense for yourselves. It is reserved for the Lord, and you must treat it as holy. Anyone who makes incense like this for personal use will be cut off from the community. Gut, das ist der 28.02.2026 AM. Heute Abend geht es weiter mit Exodus 31 und ich hoffe, ich habe einen richtig geilen Tag beim Skifahren.